It's not a surprise, and yet there is something unbelievably tragic about the trajectory of this case.
This is a tragedy for the Biden family, precipitated in large measure by the death of Beau Biden, for 8 years the Attorney General of Delaware. Not the favored son, but the more prominent of the two sons. Hunter Biden's problems began to spiral, that is a word that is used in addiction therapy with some frequency, after Beau's death.
This is one of those cases where I don't think it's brought if Biden's not president of the United States. You know, this is one of those things, if Biden had chosen not to run in 2018, I doubt Hunter Biden's ever prosecuted.
The guilty verdicts that the jury has handed down on Hunter Biden were verdicts not just on his conduct under law, but on his collapse into drug addiction and the consequences of it. So many American families understand that, and now the first family has gone through it as well. The political consequences of it may be tempered by the fact that this is a scourge that has touched so many American families, even the president's.
Just noting, too, Jose, that the president has said that he loves his son, that he and the first lady love their son, that they're proud of him and the person that he's become, referencing his ability to combat a drug addiction and to seemingly come out on the other side a better person.
I understand the heartbreak that Joe Biden and his entire family must be feeling. This is an addict who has admitted his addiction in the most public ways. And to go through what he went through over the last week, to have it so painfully brought out on the stand. But once again, Joe Biden sat quietly and let the rule of law operate.
This verdict certainly flies in the face of everything that the former president has been pushing, trying to undermine the legal and the justice system. And we know President Biden has come out very strongly against that. And it was notable that he told you just days ago that he would respect the outcome of this verdict regardless of what happens. We know that is something that the former president has not done after he was found guilty on 34 counts of falsifying business records.
I really think that if you look at this case, what is the big picture here? It's not a drug addict who possessed a gun for 2 weeks. It is that you have a president of the United States who is living embodiment of the rule of law, even with respect to his only living son. And you can contrast that to the former president's denigration of the rule of law every single time he is found either guilty in a criminal case or liable in a civil case.
The law applies to everybody, and it is fair, and it is done by jurors from the community who weigh the evidence, the facts that aren't political, just facts.
So Hunter Biden was convicted. Big freaking deal. This trial was a sham. Just like the Trump trial, it was a sham, but a sham for a different reason. It's a sham designed to legitimize the Trump conviction. That's why it came right after, even for charges that date way far back. But it also avoids accountability for the Biden crime family on the actual things that Hunter Biden should have been charged for. Like, for example, peddling foreign influence while his actual father, Joe Biden, was the vice president of the United States. Hunter had no business serving on the board of a Ukrainian energy company, a state-affiliated energy company that's affiliated with the same country, Ukraine, that his father, now as the U.S. president, is sending hundreds of billions of dollars of your taxpayer money to. That's where the real crimes lie. So this deflects accountability for the actual investigations that are more close to implicating Joe Biden, while coming in convenient timing right after the sham Trump conviction in the veil of bipartisanship. Don't buy it. I said this before, I'll say it again. This is a smoke screen. And the reality is you got to cut through it to get to the essence of what's happening in this country.